Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. We're in the lobby, and as you can hear, the countdown is just completed for game number 2 here, which is going to be on Daybreak between Italy's very own Cloud, who's 1-0 up against roxkisFRAER. We had a pretty tense game number 1 there, where Cloud, on 2 separate occasions, had such low hit point units, but was able to produce the numbers to defeat FRAER in a macro game, taking out the third base twice. Let's see if FRAER can come back, guys. Let's get into the game. Welcome to Daybreak, ladies and gentlemen. The map we all, of course, know and love. One of the oldest maps in a lot of tournament map pools. History, a lot of history on this map, a lot of epic StarCraft games, and no doubt we'll be seeing another one here today. Spawning over here in the top right position, ladies and gentlemen, as the green Protoss player, we have none other than roxkisFRAER. His opponent in the bottom left-hand corner, spawning as the yellow Terran player, ladies and gentlemen. We have the local Italian hero, the only Italian left in the tournament. Can he take this game as well and make it into the finals to play Lucifron? We'll find out in just a moment, guys. It is Cloud. So Cloud going for a pretty early SCV scout here. Wants to make sure that FRAER isn't maybe doing some sort of cheese, or is he going to be doing a little bit of cheese himself? He's actually going for an engineering bay block at the natural. So wow, this is really a gaming right here. He is desperately trying to figure out exactly what FRAER is doing, and he thinks that FRAER is actually going to be going for a Nexus first. And the gateway immediately goes down as soon as the probe scout sees that there's no barracks inside the main base of Cloud. So he needs to make sure that it's not actually some sort of proxy, but instead Cloud is just going to be engineering bay blocking the natural here and forcing FRAER to do a little bit of one base play. Looks like FRAER has a bit of an issue and has to pause the game for a second. No problem at all. So we'll be getting back into this game very shortly, guys. In the meantime, if you've been enjoying... Oh, it looks like my XSplit hotkeys have decided to stop functioning, so seems like a similar bug to yesterday, but never mind. In the meantime, if you guys have been enjoying the cast so far, don't forget to tweet at Vasacast to let him know how thankful you are for the tournament able to go ahead, and I, of course, am at JoRoSaR. It looks like FRAER is back, and he's ready to go, so let's get back into this game. Gateway going down, we have the first gas being taken from FRAER as well, nothing too out of the ordinary here, and the engineering blade block effectively has meant we have a delayed 1 Rax gasless expand coming out of Cloud, because that additional minerals required to put that engineering bay down, essentially. So not too much to worry about there, just 125 minerals later than you otherwise would normally expect. The cybernetics core now going down for FRAER as well. And this SCV scout is still continuing to provide very valuable information as to what FRAER will do. FRAER still does not know about the engineering bay block, so I wonder if when he scouts the engineering bay block, if it's going to tempt him to go for some sort of one base all-in, which is why this SCV is still here. He wants to scout to see if FRAER is going for a 4-gate, or to see if he's doing something absolutely crazy. The first zealot's popping out now, and the probe is going to move down to the natural expansion to see exactly what's going on. He sees the engineering bay almost done, and now FRAER knows what's happening. He's going to have to make a decision what to do with this here, because he is going to get an awful lot of delay. FRAER lagging a little bit, and apparently Cloud can see that. Let's see if FRAER ends up requesting a pause. Maybe the admins will ask him if required, but not too much we can do observing until we check out what's going on. Even taking the second gas, and it looks like, is this SCV going to die? It's one hit away, and yes, it does. So taking the second gas to delay as much as possible the tech coming out of FRAER. Basically, Cloud wants FRAER to go for a 4-gate right now. The engineering bay finally gets cancelled. Let's see if we end up going with a Nexus. We immediately, there we go, he's pushed FRAER to going in for the 4-gate. Cloud doesn't see it, but he expects that it will either be an expansion build or a 4-gate build now. FRAER has been put quite far behind as far as his macro goes, and this means that if Cloud can defend against this 4-gate, he should be able to win. unless it does, of course, significant amounts of damage. He just needs to defend against it without losing too many SCVs, and he should be good to go here. So 4 gates, of course, guys, typically go off a single gas, which is why the second gas was taken as well, and the natural, the engineering bay block, essentially forced him to take his nexus significantly later. So between these two things, Cloud has actually metagamed his opponent into going for a 4 gate. He needs to scout it to confirm it's actually going to happen, though, and that SCV promptly gets taken out by a Stalker. We also have a forward pylon going here in the forward location, the forward base of Cloud, that you would typically see as a 3rd or a 4th base unless you take the one up here. So let's see how effective this is going to be. We have a second bunker going up. I wouldn't necessarily be surprised to see a 3rd if he felt it was necessary. 3 barracks now constantly churning out Marines. No upgrades going yet in the tech lab, so it looks like it's going to be Marine only at this point. And a couple of Stalkers are going to be able to pick apart this bunker, which means there's only 1 at the moment to deal with these units. The 4 gateways are now done. Warp gate research is complete, and FRAER is looking to warp in a lot of units here and try and smash through the front of Cloud. Is he going to be making another bunker? No, he's actually just going to be killing off a supply depot, because that's obviously going to be incredibly detrimental to his defensive efforts. Not really. And let's wait and see how effective this attack is going to be. More and more units being warped in. Now on the high ground through a pylon that's closer here. We have SCVs moving out to try and repair the bunker. There are no sentries with this, but is it? No, it's not actually going to be required. The repair does not go down as expected. And we have a second bunker coming up here. The SCV is going to try and surround that. Will these Stalkers just go straight up into the main base? I don't know. More and more units now being warped in from FRAER, and more Marines being produced now from Cloud. This is going to be a pretty tense situation. The bunker is completely untouched right now. We have a Zealot trying to break things apart from the high ground, and FRAER is on a clock. The number of army units, well, 24 supply versus 17 supply army-wise, and FRAER is moving in for the kill. He's going to try and bypass the bunker entirely. A supply depot does actually get taken out up top, but SCV's coming out to attempt to block it. Is it going to be enough? Cloud down to 39 supply, and FRAER currently at 43. Don't forget, he is still only on 1 base behind this. The work supply is 26 to 25, still in Cloud's favor thanks to that second orbital command. Is it going to be enough? Another supply depot trying its best to get taken out, and if FRAER can move up this ramp, there might be too many units here blocking the supply depot from being raised, but FRAER is going to have to back off for now. Continued 4-gate pressure coming out from him now as well. Is Cloud going to be able to hold? He's now down to 38 supply versus the 44 of FRAER, and these units on the top are doing a great job of picking off the Stalkers. The bunker is still at full health, and the SCVs have not been adequately taken out. I think FRAER might start losing momentum a little bit here. He's got another warp in, though, to try and change that. The game is not over yet. Cloud down to 33 supply, dropping 2 mules at the bottom there, and once again attacking from both sides. Needs to lower this supply depot and get the mortar into the game if he wants to try and complete his defense here. The Marines still continuing to do non-stop damage. Is the bunker finally going to go down here? It looks like it might. The SCV's only a single SCV repairing, and now we have Marines popping out. There we go. The 2 mules actually helping as well. Bunker once again at full health. The income at the moment is significantly in FRAER's favor because the SCVs haven't been able to mine, and 3 more Zealots popping in. FRAER looking like he might finally be getting a little bit of an advantage here. The supply depot doesn't get raised. It doesn't get raised, and that might be huge. There we go. We have warp-ins on the high ground now as well. It's not going to be enough. Cloud gives the GG, and FRAER levels the series 1-1.